Good morning, students. How are you? You all are welcome in the online class. Today, I will take your English Unit 1, The Best Christmas Present in the World, written by Michael Morpargo. Before reading, I want to tell you that I will not read textbook. I will read the summary of the story. This story has 3 parts. Today I will read entire story of this part 1, and next class I will again explain you and give you workbook work. Hope you all have workbook with you. Okay, let's start the unit 1 English, the best Christmas present in the world, written by Michael Morpargo. The author went to a junk shop in Bridport. He noticed a roll tap desk. It was very old and made of oak. It was in a bad condition. It had burn marks down one side. Since it was cheap, the author decided to buy it and get it repaired. He began working on it on Christmas Eve. He removed the roll top. It had suffered much damage due to fire and water. He pulled out the upper drawers. The one of the bottom was jammed. He hit it hard with his fist and pulled it out. He found a secret drawer underneath, and wherein he found a small black tin box. There was a note on it that said, Jim's last letter received January 25th, 1915. The writer of this note also wished to bury the box in her grave. Out of curiosity, he opened the box. Inside it, he found an envelope with the address, Mrs. Jim Macpherson, 12 Copper Beaches, Bridport, Dorset. The letter was dated December 26, 1914. Here the first part is over. Now I am going to read second part of the story. The letter had been written by Jim to his wife Connie. He was a soldier set against the Germans during the First World War. Jim wrote to her that he was very happy because something wonderful had happened. The soldiers on both sides of the no man's land were in their trenches. It was Christmas morning, cold and frosty. Jim saw the German soldiers waving a white flag. They were calling out the English soldiers to say Happy Christmas. It was a big surprise to be greeted like friends by the enemies. But it was true, not a trick. The English soldiers also wished them in return. One of the German soldiers proposed to celebrate the festival. Jim was the officer in command. He allowed his men to join the Germans. Grey coats and khaki coats mingled in the middle. In the time of war, they were making peace. The name of the German officer in the command was Hans Wolf. Before joining the army, he played the cello in an orchestra. Jim had been a school teacher in Dorset. Hans said that he knew Dorset well. In fact, he had read about the place in Hardy's novel. Far from the madding crowd, the soldiers from the rival camps smoked, laughed, drank, and feasted. Hans said that he liked the marzipan, the sweet covering on the Jim's bread. Jim wrote in the letter that he had never seen or imagined a Christmas party like that. They played football also. Both agreed on one point. The country should have better resolved this dispute by playing a football or cricket match, because no one dies in a match, whereas war leaves behind orphans and widows. The game was finished. So did the drinks and cakes. Jim told Hans that they hoped to see families soon as the fighting ended by Christmas next year. The second part is completed. Now I am going to read third part of the story. The author put the letter back into the envelope and dropped into Bridport. He just wanted to hand over the letter to Connie, or Mrs. Macpherson. Connie was now 101 years old. Her house was caught fire, but she was saved. She was in the conservatory of a nursing home. The author wished her happy Christmas and gave the letter to her. She recognized the writing of her husband and felt very happy. She mistook the author for Jim, who had came home as promised on Christmas. She kissed the author on the cheek and asked him to read the letter to her. She wanted to listen to the voice for her husband. She said that he himself was the best Christmas present to her. Here the story is completed. I think you understood, but when you read the textbook you will better understand. And next class I will read second part again and give you a workbook writings. I hope you will write and send me accordingly. Okay, see you in next class. All the best. Thank you.